Carabao.
Double H. Double H. Double H. Double H. Double H. Double H.
As it's your main man here, Double H, half hope man, the Carabao Cup. They need to change the name of that cup. So the Carabao Cup, some interesting. Well, only one really interesting fixture, maybe two. So we've got Arsenal, Blackpool, West Ham, Tottenham, Chelsea, Derby County, Middlesbrough against Crystal Palace. So some interesting fixtures there. I think if we look at Arsenal against Blackpool, I believe that, again, for Blackpool, great game for them. It's always good whenever you can go up against a Premier League side at their crib, because I think that's why it is far more dangerous for us, because if this was played at Blackpool, yeah, there'll be a hype, but I think there'll be more hype that wow, actually going to their home ground. So therefore they're more hype based on the bigger stage that they'll be playing at. But based on how well Arsenal have been playing, again, they almost got, I think, their 12th win in a row, but of course decided to give away a penalty. You should expect them to defeat them, and I think this is where I think Emery can say, you know what, let me decide on either an Aubameyang or like I said, rest a few players, bring in some guys who are not really bringing in, holding and so forth, and really just try and just see how deep into his squad he can go. And obviously, if they're winning, they can bring guys on. If they're losing or they're drawing the game, then they can then bring on his first teamers to try and change the game. But I think this is definitely one where you don't have to play your strongest team. I mean, Arsenal's second team should be able to deal with Blackpool, although, you should always be wary. You should always be wary because you can get caught on the counter. It can be a night where your shooting is not on power, you're not really connecting. So always have to be wary. West Ham against Tottenham. West Ham playing at home. This is probably the toughest one to call, because on face value, Tottenham should win. But at the same time, this whole Tottenham thing of them not really buying any players coming in, I'm like, although I do feel like if Tottenham are definitely the favourites for this game, but I think that the fact that West Ham are playing at home, I do think suits them, but also it's a big pitch which both teams are really suited for at playing on a big pitch, Tottenham with at Wembley. So I do still feel like if Tottenham's quality will stay through, Sissoko must not be allowed to sniff a pitch. Let me repeat to people again, Sissoko is a brick. I don't want to hear anything. Sissoko is a brick. And Lucas is all right. He's all right. He voted for a fascist though, but that's a separate topic. So with this, I do see Tottenham sneaking this 2-1. I see Tottenham sneaking this 2-1, like a 2-1 snake attack. For them, I see Arsenal beating Blackpool 2-0. I think 2-0 is a nice little cushion for them to have. Chelsea against Derby County. Again, this is is an interesting fixture based on the fact that Frank Lampard, Lampard with the amazing giant slaying of Man United. It's a very interesting team with some very interesting players, guys who really like to play and are very much willing to really go on the front foot. So I think Sarri should be wary, because this is a team who I think can exploit the space if Chelsea give them that space. So I think Chelsea's defenders should be able to cope with whatever Derby throw at them. But again, I just think that they should definitely be cautious. But I just feel at the bridge, at the crib, Derby County will give them a good game. But I think Chelsea are a much more cohesive unit than United were. So I think that this gets done in 90 minutes. And I'll say 3-0. 3-0 Chelsea. I think this would be a lubrication. Nice, good old evening, midweek lubrication for Chelsea. And Middlesbrough against Crystal Palace. Tricky one. I don't want to come out and say Palace are going to win this. I feel I'm going to say penalties. 1-1, and Middlesbrough win on penalties. I'm going to say that. So it's a crazy wild one, but I say 1-1, and Middlesbrough win on penalties. So that's how I'm going to roll with that one. So yeah, man. So I think so. Arsenal, Tottenham, Chelsea, Middlesbrough to go through. And yeah, that'll be what it will be. So we're watching my post-match analysis, which of course will be. I think I will be doing a post-match on the Chelsea game and the Arsenal game. So I think those are the two games I think I'll be able to have access to watch. So watch for my post-match reaction and run reviews. Hopefully either one or two of those games or both of those games. I'm not sure whether I'll be able to watch both of those games, but at least one or two of those games, I will give you a post-match breakdown of them. So guys, let's see who can win the Carabao Cup. Thanks for watching the video. Now think about becoming a Football Hot patron by pledging an amount each month, and then gain access to exclusive content only on the Football Hot Patreon page. Peace. Thanks for watching the video. For even more analysis, head over to the official site at halffootballhot.com or just click over here.